A local group of Grant County farmers is pushing its itinerary hard heading into this year's general election. They're called the Ag Power Users of Grant County, and they're standing firmly behind Grant PUD Commission candidates Judy Wilson and Nelson Cox. Wilson is challenging incumbent Terry Brewer, and Cox is one of two candidates trying to replace outgoing PUD Commissioner Bob Byrne. The group is comprised of farmers who give their money to ag power users based on the power they use in their operations. The group wants to derail the PUD's plan to increase irrigation power fees from 45% below cost rate to a 20% below cost rate by 2023, a move that makes the group feel alienated, according to Ag Power Users of Grant County President Travis Meacham.
Both agriculture and the residential was the foundation of why the PUD was formed. It's a very stable market for the PUD, and we want to make sure that the PUD understands that. Some of the new business that is coming to town is very volatile. They are both very good users, but their longevity is in question. Grant County Ag Power Users feels that agriculture is a mainstay here and should be treated accordingly. The way that the current rate schedules are determined and future rate increases are looked at is based on the cost of service study. We have a strong concern about how that is derived, especially with ag users and how it was set up. We don't believe that the cost of service study accurately reflects how rates should be charged out to both ag users and residential. We feel that we're wrongly being charged and increased.
Meacham says Cox and Wilson share that same philosophy, which is why the group has given them about $30,000 total in campaign financing.
Both Judy and Nelson, which we are strong supporters of, are strong backers both behind agricultural and residential. They believe that they are the foundation of the power users, and they want to protect them for the future and also their rates going forward. Our dialogue with the PUD over the last couple of years has been good, but we haven't seen any change to where we wanted it to. We strongly feel that the way that we're going to get change is have commissioners on the board that agree or align with our opinions. By doing that, we went out and actively found two commissioners that we think fairly represent both the ag community and also the residents of Grant County, and we are fully supporting them and pushing them to win their election.
But not so fast, says incumbent Terry Brewer. He says raising the irrigation rates to 20% below cost is the key to a thriving economy in Grant County.
Across this nation, any economy, local, regional, is better off if they're diversified. Grant County EDC hired me to come to work here in 1997 to help further diversify our economy away from ag. Ag is the basis. It probably always will be. No one said there's something wrong with ag. They just said we need more diversity, because when ag is down, everybody suffers. If we have a more diversified economy, it'll help level things out. Look back to the 2008 recession. When the banks went bad, well, manufacturing was down in Grant County, but the data centers were all booming. That helped again with our economic stability in our county. I think a diversified economy is the best economy, and a growing economy is the best economy. If you're not growing, you become stagnant. If you're stagnant long enough, you find yourself in decline relative to everybody else. Ag can only grow so much. There's only so much land available. Every year, there are fewer producers operating on bigger sectors of land, but the amount of land can't grow. So there's limited growth in the ag sector of our economy. So we have to grow other sectors so that more people can come here, come back from school, get a job, stay at home near their parents, grandparents, raise their children in rural quality of life community like they want. I believe strongly that that's important, and PUD policy can help make that happen.
Cox's opponent, Patty Nelson, weighed in on the matter as well.
What I have been told by current commissioners, and if I've understood them correctly, a lot of this is being driven by our ability to borrow money. And so when we went back to Wall Street and met with bond rating agencies, one of the concerns they had was the huge disparity between the heavily subsidized residential irrigators of our county, the tremendous amount they were being subsidized, and then the large premium imposed on industry and business to achieve that subsidization. And they said that is not, in their minds, a business model that is sustainable. And they strongly encouraged the commissioners and staff to close the gap somewhat. Now, I applaud the commissioners for passing a resolution which guarantees subsidization to irrigators and residents. I think that's a good and healthy thing to do and right thing to do. Can we sustain a greater margin than that? The opinion of experts is that that's pretty risky for the PUD to commit to that at this time.
This year's general election falls on November 6th. I'm Sean Goggins for iFiber One News.